I've been doing a series of talks, and this is the last one of 5 talks. Number 33 was the first, and this one is number 38. And it's a series of talks on the subtle but corrosive relationship dynamics. The other 4 pieces in this series grew out of one piece of clinical work. Oh, this is called holding your ground, bringing the patterns into focus. The 4 pieces in this series grew out of one piece of clinical work, but they point to something much wider. Nitpicking, defensiveness, negative sentiment override, and self-abandonment rarely appear in isolation. More often they weave together into a relational atmosphere that's difficult to name from the inside, yet deeply felt in the body and the nervous system. What connects these patterns is not malice or intention, but impact. Each one quietly shifts the balance of the relationship away from mutuality and towards vigilance. You become watchful rather than relaxed, careful rather than spontaneous, adapted rather than fully present. Over time, it's not just the relationship that changes, but your relationship with yourself. And one of the most painful features of these dynamics is how easily they're internalized. When criticism is frequent, you start to criticize yourself. When defensiveness meets your concerns, you doubt the legitimacy of your thoughts. When negativity colours everything, you question your intentions. When you adapt enough times, you forget that you've adapted at all. What feels like a personality change is often a relational injury. Seen together, these patterns form a slow erosion of ground, not through dramatic conflict, but through repetition, through conversations that go nowhere, through moments when you decide it's easier not to speak, through the quiet loss of confidence in your own perceptions. The work of repair doesn't begin with diagnosis or with blame. It begins with recognition. Naming what's happening restores orientation. It allows you to say, something here is affecting me, without immediately turning that into, something is wrong with me. From that place, boundaries become less about defence and more about truth. Self-care becomes less about coping and more about return. And reflection becomes an act of reclamation rather than self-criticism. Not every relationship can or will change, but every person can change their relationship with themselves inside it. You can listen more closely to your body signals. You can notice where you've learned to shrink. You can begin gently to take up space again. If there is one thread running through this series, it's this: clarity is not cruel. Seeing a pattern clearly is not an act of betrayal, it's an act of care, for yourself first, and sometimes indirectly for the relationship too. Holding your ground doesn't mean hardening your heart, it means staying connected to your own inner reality, whilst remaining open to what's possible. That balance isn't easy, but it is where dignity, vitality, and genuine intimacy begin. If you are someone who recognises this and really relates to it, I hope that you read these and hear them, but also share them with your partner. And if you're someone who possibly recognises that you've been doing some of this to your partner, just pay attention to it, just give it some thought. Maybe even play this to them and say, is this what you've been experiencing? Take care, go well, all the best. Bye.